And the Golden State Warriors control the tip. Curry. And Warren there to grab the rebound. Phoenix has the ball. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Down low, Anderson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Curry to bring it up. Down just a couple to Green. To Curry. Trying to cash in. Steph Curry. Missed his first. That one goes.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Durant missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for him.
Around the perimeter. Thompson. His first effort off the mark. To Booker. Here comes the screen. That's blocked by Durant.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Ryan Anderson. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
It's Steph for 2. Gets a shot up off the mark. And finishes strong. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was the difference.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down 2 to Curry. Lets it fly from long range, and Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
It's Suns ball. From long range. And that'll be rebounded by Jones. Durant across the timeline. Leads 1. Count the basket.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Durant to Curry. 4-3. No good. Inside the paint on that one.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions.
Steph Curry, 3 for 6 now.
Ever seen, yeah, I said it, but he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
It's Phoenix ball. Probing the defense. He throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Curry with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Off the mark. Well contested. Mikal Bridges. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Trevor Ariza at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. It's Golden State basketball. 2-point shot for Curry. It's Ariza with the rebound. To Mikal Bridges. Iguodala to bring it up. They trail by 2. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Iguodala to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. So we played one here at Oracle with the Warriors on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down, long way to go. So buckle up, it's wide open.
Yes, I do, but the first thing you have to expect is that this game is very similar to a relationship. There are a lot of ups and downs, but you have to be committed to the process. Both teams are committed, they'll find their flow.
Turned away by Bell.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Warriors have the basketball. Tyson Chandler swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Knocked loose. Inside, he scores.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Ariza to the basket, but he can't get it to go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Mikal Bridges. Shot from the lane won't go. Bell. They'll get it down to Green. Rises for the slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Iguodala to bring it up. Leads 5. And he'll head to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First try at the line, no good.
To the line, shooting 2. Substitutions, Phoenix. Stepping in.
Oh, he missed on a pair.
Number 35, Kevin Durant.
Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
To Durant. Down low, Green. Draymond Green. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
To Booker. Warriors come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
It's Klay Thompson with the rock. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Sizing up the defense. Warriors come away with it. Curry into the front court. Up 5. Had a good look there, but it's no good. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Kevin Durant lets it fly. And the rebound taken down by the Suns. Short jumper off the mark.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
A lot of contact, no whistle. To Thompson. And the Suns secure the rebound. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ryan Anderson trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. And he missed the free throw. Deep left corner. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Booker. Rejected by Thompson.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Durant. Has a chance. Kevin Durant. 2 of 4 now.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
To Booker. The screen sets him up for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Suns control the possession. He gets it.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Green. For Durant, down low. And stuffs it home.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Bad pass there. Warriors have it. Durant with the basketball up top. Up 6. For 3, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Durant across the timeline. His guys can hold for the final shot. Kevin Durant. He's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. First half in the books. The Warriors with a commanding lead.
Let's get right into the action here. The Warriors certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Suns have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns.
Game trap. Assists. Player of the half.
Kevin Durant did a remarkable job of swatting shot after shot. Scorers have got to be thinking twice when he's within range. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Suns with the basketball. Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a head coach who's had multiple years in dealing with one of the hottest players, when I mean personality, hottest players in the league, and Draymond Green, and that's Steve Kerr. And look, DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back on this team probably after All-Star break, and I think he'll have a chance to really add another versatile piece. But in the interim, I think a guy like Jordan Bell is going to be huge. There's no more JaVale McGee in this squad, but a guy like Jordan Bell or Kevon Looney can give them the length and the intimidation of what they need down low on the blocks.
Green. Cashes in for 2. Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Phoenix with it. And the finish at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Durant with the basketball up top. His team on top by 13. Stephen Curry with a look, and he hits. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Booker lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Durant. Short jumper stays out.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Phoenix has the ball. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Curry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good for Curry, and the Warriors extend their lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Ah, the monster stuff.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Durant. Here's a chance from long range, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Cleans it up, offensive board. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
DeAndre Ayton at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. It's Curry controlling the offense. To Durant. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. Booker with it. Down a bundle. Fires the 3. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. And finishes strong.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
A pass stolen by Phoenix. Sent it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up. Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin, and that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
It's Steph Curry with the rock. To Sean Livingston. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Thompson, yes, Klay Thompson. Tough shooting, only 2 for 6 after that make.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Shot from the lane won't go. Here comes the screen. They'll work it down to Ariza. Swings it. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Yes, Klay Thompson. He's 3 for 7.
Klay isn't usually a guy that goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Booker. Inside, he scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for Phoenix.
Gets it in the right corner. Devin Booker. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Knocked loose. DeAndre Ayton. Booker. Off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Subbing in for the Phoenix Suns, number 3, Trevor Ariza.
Curry goes to the right side. To Curry. Has a look. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
The assist from number 11, Klay Thompson.
Booker. It was right there.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw. Line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. It's Suns ball. Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Runner here won't go. To Booker from long range. Not that time. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. It remains Warrior basketball. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Phoenix Suns,
Thompson.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Green. And the Suns right there for the rebound. Green to Curry. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Knocked loose. Curry has it to Green. Curry. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Phoenix Suns are in the penalty.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Knocked loose. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors dominated this game from beginning to end. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors. The Suns seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Golden State Warriors were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
Steph Curry read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.